Hello everybody, my name is EK and welcome back to some more World of Warcraft. So, this morning I woke up and I was quite happy because I got subscriber number 500, which, you know, comparing yourselves to the big channels, the millions, the hundreds of thousands, not a big amount. But if I'm imagining a stadium, you know, with 500 people in there, that's a ton. So, you know, I'm still very happy about it. And you know what? The push for 1000 is starting now. You know, I've said this before and I'll say it again. You know, YouTube is very much a hobby for me, and I'm not intending, you know, I don't have any ambitions to, you know, like become a millionaire of YouTube or whatever. But growing the channel is still fun regardless, because I'm a very analytical person, a very numbers driven person. So, you know, seeing a number go up makes me happy. And, you know, it's kind of like treating life as an MMO, right? You know, you wanna fill the bar, and the bar keeps filling. So, you know, guys, thank you very much for filling my bar. You know, that makes me very happy. So I'm flying right now, and we are heading over towards the Eastern Plaguelands, because actually there aren't too many Scholomance quests we can do right now. There is one quest, but it's a chain. I think we have to go back into it 3 times to be able to do it. So I'm going to be picking up 2 quests that are pretty easy to pick up, and then I think we can just hop straight into Scholomance. So yeah, I'm hoping that today we can just do the entirety of Scholomance, because that would be quite fun. Also, a small side note, by the way, does my shirt not really work on the cam? I feel like it's like weird, like it can't properly register like all the little like things on this shirt. Like, I am wearing like the most oversized shirts I have available to me. Like, I bought a couple recently. I'm like, I need to be in ultimate comfort mode when I'm just sitting here for 3 weeks playing games. I need to be like oversized shirt mode, all comfortable, all good life. So, what I wanted to mention is that someone in the comments pointed out that I might as well do these Q&A sections in a live stream. And I did put up a poll asking you guys, hey, you know, if I'm doing live streams, where, you know, which time frame, which part of the day would you most like me to stream? It was posted in reference to European time zones, and I have morning, afternoon, and evening as options. And 3 people so far have picked evening. So, you know, there's not that many votes yet, but at least it is consistent. So, you know, if you haven't voted yet, feel free to go to my community page and do vote, because I will take it into account. Not saying I will always stick to it, but at least, you know, if I know everyone prefers evening, then when I have the option, I'll try to move it towards the evening, because streaming just, you know, streaming is one of those things, like, if I'm recording this, I know nobody's watching right now, and it's like, it's there forever. But when you're live streaming, you know, people don't often go back and watch or like re-watch live VODs. So you kind of need to have people there, because the way I would like to treat those things is not necessarily as a progress thing, but more like a, hey, let's have a bit of a Q&A, a bit of a chat. Not make any significant progress, not try any new things, but just, you know, do some dungeon grinding of things we've already done. Talk a bit about things that maybe I, you know, didn't fully understand, and you guys can correct me, give me some insight. So it's going to be more of like a, you know, let's just have a bit of a chat thing, which I think it's a good idea, and I've been wanting to do stuff like that for a while, because I do really enjoy just sitting here, talking, live streaming, and it's much easier for me as well, because honestly, you know, like, I don't mind editing. You know, editing is okay, but I'm also, you know, if I can cut out some of the editing, like, you know, if I record for 6 hours today or whatever, probably not, because I have League of Legends to watch in 2 hours, but if I were to record for like 6 hours straight, then, you know, there's quite a lot of editing there, which I don't mind doing, but if I don't have to, I don't have to. So, you know, live streaming just makes it a lot easier. I just sit here, I open my mouth, I don't have to do any editing, and it's fun as well. So I'm hoping we can get a bit of a healthy mix going. So yeah, that is my my plan moving forward. Please do let me know what you think about that, because I would like to include a little bit of live streaming in there, but I do think I want to keep the series overall edited, because I don't think anyone who wants to just watch me progress through their game and doesn't care about, you know, me talking anecdotally about whatever like happened in my day or something, I don't think those people will really want to watch me grind spiders for 45 minutes hoping I get the drops while I'm attempting to keep a conversation going. So I think I'll keep it highly edited. Anyways, in the spirit of highly edited, I'll be editing, and I'll be cutting myself when I'll be cutting. Did I just say I'll be cutting myself? Okay, that was not what I meant to say. What I meant to say was I'll be cutting the video, until I'm in the Eastern Plaguelands. This is going so well today. Oh, there is one thing that I kind of do want to do live as well, which would be really, really fun. And I've mentioned this on previous videos, but I want to do a map tier list. You know, all the maps... Well, all the maps that I've properly explored, like I'll probably like put some somewhere where, you know, they're like, oh, I haven't really been here enough to really form an opinion. But I want to do like a kind of like a semi-serious, semi-jokey tier list where we're just going to go through all the maps that I've explored. And I can rate them, and then you guys can be very upset when I rate your favorite map at the very bottom. That could be cool, and I think that will be very fun live. There are so many quests here, by the way. So we have Emissary Whitebeard here, and we have to go to Bettina Bigglezink, who must be this guy. Yes. Like Bigglezink, I'm like that's like either a gnome or like a goblin or something. So, she is an Argent Dawn NPC.
The Plaguelands are an excellent place to strike against the Scourge.
And we need plagued hatchlings.
The Argent Dawn recently learned that the Scourge are creating their own plagued dragonflight. We must stop them. If the Scourge gain a force of dragons, they'll sweep across Azeroth unchecked. Their necromancers are breeding plagued dragons at the Scholomance, in the middle of Darrowmere Lake. Go to the Scholomance and kill as many hatchlings as you can, before they get any bigger.
So, nothing too special here, we'll just receive a bit of gold, but hey, I will never say no to a bit of gold, so that is perfectly fine.
Very well then.
And, you know, I would maybe look into some of these quests as well, because I don't know exactly what the other quests are, but none of them are dungeon quests, and that is our main objective for today. So I'll go check out where the next one is, which I believe is in the Western Plaguelands. Oh, someone is looking for 3 more for Scholomance. So with some luck, I can join them. And I can make my way there. I think I can pick up the quests on the way. Just need to make sure I multitask properly so I don't have to wait too long. But I reckon we can just hop straight in. Oh, by the way, I also did download the LFG bulletin board, which I think is quite nice. You can, you know, it tracks them for a certain amount of time, like a couple minutes or something. And, you know, I can, for example, put looking for group BRD, LBRS, UBRS in there. And then my LFG request will pop up in Blackrock Depths, in Lower Blackrock Spire, as well as in Upper Blackrock Spire. So like it scans for the abbreviation, I suppose. And then it puts me into the correct one. So you can just spam it like every 3-4 minutes or whatever, depending on how long this stays. I think it's like 3 minutes or something. Okay, this group's already full. That's unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is. So we'll just find a different group. But yeah, this seems pretty cool. I don't have to like spam it constantly. I can just kind of use this, and then whenever someone says, hey, I'm looking for DPS, I'll just shoot the guy a message and join. So that's quite convenient. And then there's also these options over here. If I go to the LFG bulletin board, and then I go to filters, I can choose which ones I want to display. So I've made sure to not display any of the lower ones that I just don't really care for right now. So it's starting with Blackrock Depths, and then there's Lower Blackrock Spire, all the Diamond Wings, Scholomance, Threadholm, Upper Blackrock Spire, and Demonfall Canyon. So all the things that I would still want to either repeat or would still want to do. I mean, maybe Zul'Farrak 2 would be nice, but I think for the real drops, they need to be like level 55 plus. And I'm assuming this means the bosses are probably not quite there yet. And then also, you know, I have Black Fathom Deeps disabled and Gnomeregan disabled, but all the other ones are still enabled. So I can just kind of see what is going on. Alright, so Eva Sarkov should have a quest for me, but there isn't a quest indicator, but I can talk to her. So let's see what happens.
Hello, young master. I am Eva Sarkov, and this is my husband, Lucian. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
The pleasure is mine, madame. Might I ask what it is that you are doing here? Certainly, sir. We were once servants of the House of Barath, what is now known as the Scholomance. I was the head mate, and Lucien was Master Barath's butler. I mean, he does look quite butlery, doesn't he? We had worked for the Baraths for decades until... Eva weeps. Until what, Eva? I must know.
Oh, it's just so horrible, sir. The House Barath was once full of life, full of splendor. The manor was the Barath's primary residence amidst their far-reaching empire. Lucien and I noticed that as the days progressed, the Baraths became depressed, despondent. Paranoia and rage often overcame the master and missus. At night, we could hear the Baraths arguing in their chambers. From what we understood, their greed had broken the dam, so to speak.
What do you mean?
Oh, it's just so horrible, sir.
Oh, that's... once again, it's not reading correctly. So here we go. We suspect that in order to preserve their fortune and hold of the land, well past their lifespan, the Baraths made a deal with a powerful human mage named Kel Thuzat. Told us that name does sound very, very familiar to me. Eva shudders. From this deal sprang the School of Necromancy, a place which bore the cult of the damned and would become their capital. As each week passed, the House Baroff became more and more decrepit. Dark beings began to take residence in the various wings of the house. Upkeep became impossible and disgusting. Why didn't you just leave? And go where? It was all that we knew, all that we had known, and all that we would ever know. Eventually, we lost contact with the Baroffs and ultimately were separated from the household. We knew not what happened to the other servants, only that there were screams, tortured screams. Knowing that we had nowhere to go, Lucian and I were forced to hide in our quarters. During the day, when the school was relatively quiet, Lucian would sneak out to scrounge up food and drink. So what happened? We did this for about 6 months and watched as the house went through horrifying changes. Foul monsters roamed through the manor at will. Dark cultists populated every inch with various paraphernalia, that's always such a hard word to pronounce for some reason, relating to rituals and sacrifices. We knew that we could not hide much longer. As expected, we were found and captured. They stripped us of all of our clothes and laid us outside in a circle of blood. We sat there for days, naked and terrified. No restraints, just in a circle?
Oh, it's just so horrible, sir.
Oh, it's just so horrible, sir. Restraints? There are things in this world far more restraining than bars and shackles, young master. The undead surrounded us, constantly tormenting us with horrifying acts of depravity. Finally, he came. He introduced himself as Dr. Theolon Krastinov. We came to know him as the Butcher. Like the Diablo 4 Butcher that just murdered me in a dungeon, like when I started playing that game. Tell me more.
Oh, it's just so horrible, sir.
Oh, it's so horrible. It's so funny when the game does that. We finally understood what the screams were from. The Butcher exposed us to pain that we did not know existed. He used us in countless experiments, attempting to devise a plague. A plague. So does this have anything to do with like the plague, with the scourge? The days turned to weeks. We would have died on the first day had it not been for that cruel bastard keeping us alive through magical means. This is an atrocity. The Butcher would speak of the blood of innocents and his dark master Kirtanos, of how he must appease his master. Finally, the beast was done with his experiment. We had been drained of all life, our spirits shattered. The sweet embrace of death was upon us, and we welcomed it with open arms. But in his infinite cruelty, the Butcher revived us from death's door. We were to be kept alive and thrown to his ravenous ghouls. He laughed as he watched his friends devour our flesh. Sorry, not his friends, but the fiends. I feel sick.
Hello, young master.
Hello. We feel nothing. Our souls remain here, in limbo. We are unable to leave until our remains are found and spirits laid to rest. How can I help? And then she becomes a quest giver. Okay, cool. Dr. Theolon Krastinov the Butcher.
Krastinov is responsible for the deaths of thousands. He must be punished. Justice must be meted out. Find him and exact upon him the agony he has inflicted upon countless innocents. Once he is destroyed, burn our remains. Turn them to ashes, adventurer.
So, find Dr. Theolon Krastinov inside the Scholomance, destroy him, then burn the remains of Eva Sarkov and the remains of Lucian Sarkov. Return to Eva Sarkov when the task is complete. But if I burn her remains, won't she already be gone? Like, is that not how the world works in most fantasy worlds? Okay, so those are the quests that I wanted to pick up. So we have 3 quests now, and then of course we also have Imp Delivery, which also takes place in the Scholomance. So I'm gonna go try and find a party, and then we'll head in there. But I'm really happy that I did this quest, not necessarily for the rewards, but there was a lot of cool backstory there that otherwise we would not have known about. That's nice. Oh crap, I think I made a bit of a mistake here. I think, might be mistaken, but I think the mobs in here are undead. So wouldn't I be able to equip the thing that gives me stuff on drops, like the reputation farm thing? You know, it's kinda too late to go back and forth now, because my Hearthstone is still set to the other continent, so that really won't work. But that might be a thing actually. The mobs in here might actually be just like outside, and I can get those drops. Okay, I'll have to keep that in mind for future runs. If that's the case, I'll have to check it out. Oh, so this door requires something called a skeleton key, which apparently we do have. Oh, and then this is the dungeon entrance. That's actually really quick. Alright, so, I mean, I think we're still waiting for one person to join us. But I guess we can get started already anyway. But yeah, this is Scholomance. So these are indeed undead mobs. I reckon I could use the thing here, the trinket. So I will have to try that later. I quite like the design here. It looks quite nice. It's very like it's like spooky but cozy. You guys get what I mean? Oh, the mobs themselves also give me reputation. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I quite like that idea because I much prefer doing... Oh, Essence of Undeath. What is that? Okay, we just do this. I quite like the idea of doing a dungeon grind for reputation. I think that's quite fun to me. And then, you know, I can do it for reputation, but I'll also be getting coins, but I'll also be getting loot, but I'll also be doing quests. Like, there are so many things I can return here for. And I've mentioned this before, but I really like it when games give me a reason to replay their content. And not necessarily in a way where it's like, hey, you have to replay this content, but more like, hey, we want to make you want to replay this content. And I quite like the way this place looks. It looks quite nice. The Chamber of Summoning. Hey, this is my chamber. I quite like how the boss just like came flying in. I was just typing like, hey, is there anything going on in this room? Kirtanos the Herald. So he just comes flying in as like a gargoyle bat, whatever he was. I didn't really pay proper attention. And it kind of gives me like vampire feelings, you know, like he turns from, I guess, a bat into a human. Quite cool. Oh, now he turns back into a bat. Oh, wait, hold on. What is this? Lowers all attributes of target by 10 for 1 minute. That's a very interesting. And then also this thing, cloth. Wait, that's actually much better than what I have right now. High healing and damage. Yes, I want that. There we go. I will need that, and I will greet this one. Beautiful. I'll look into it after the run is over. Dark Rune. Well, I guess they sell for quite a lot, so we'll just pick one up. A Spectral Tutor. Well, if this guy is my tutor, then... Whoa! I didn't mean to pull anything there. I also played a little bit more Blackrock Depths and Lower Blackrock Spire. And I am now up to 67 reals down here. So we're getting somewhere. I still don't know exactly what I need to spend it all on, but hey, you can never go wrong with having a large amount of that resource, I think, from what I hear. Oh wait, these are the hatchlings. I think I needed to kill these for the quest. Yes, I do. Okay, cool. There we go, easy peasy. Clearing them super quickly. Oh, you can skin them as well. There we go, that's 20 done. That is one of the quests completed. That's the one we picked up in the Eastern Plaguelands. Oh, we are going into the crypt areas now, I think. With the cobwebs. Cool. That's a quest item. You know what? I will need it. Because I think nobody else wants it, so I will just grab it myself. You can probably only complete it once, so... That's why people have already done it and they don't want it. But I can now use it, I think. Oh, I can't. Okay, I'll look into that later. Wait, are they immune to shadow damage? Or at least some amount of shadow damage. Because I keep getting immune procs here. So I guess us running double Warlock here probably isn't optimal. Oh, this is Jandis Barov, who I'm assuming is, well, one of the Barov family members. And do we have to kill her for something? I don't think there's a quest associated with this, but hey, might as well just get the kill. Oh, illusion of Jandis Barov. Oh, did I just aggro them? Wait, hold on. Does the tank not aggro them? I'm not supposed to hit them? Hold on, what's going on? Jandis Barov loses her grasp on the journal she has been clutching. Okay, don't need either of these really. I guess I can pick up the journal maybe?
The journal of Jandis Barov is filled with rantings and ravings about the undead. Towards the end of the book is what appears to be a tailoring pattern for the creation of a Felcloth bag. This bag is used by warlocks to store soul shards. Do you wish to copy the pattern into your own journal?
Okay, I will... You have learned how to create a new item, Felcloth bag. Okay, I will fix that in post. See, that is the beauty of the edited video style, you know? I can edit whatever I want in post. Wait, we went up here, right? I think that went up here. Requires viewing room key. Do we have all the keys? I'm assuming someone has all the keys and they can just open up all the doors for us. Yeah, someone's opening the door. Okay, really good. Oh, Scholomance students. I reckon as long as we don't aggro them, we're good. Gambit. Placed it. Okay, I don't know what it is, but we can place a gambit down and then fight them or something. Oh boy, did he just aggro all of them? Oh, there's a boss here, Vectus. Hello, Vectus. And Marduk Blackpool. Okay. Sure, we killed them. Don't know who you guys are, but you have health bars, which means you need to die. Oh, was that just 2 reels there? That is beautiful. Up to 71 right now. Don't know if that's much, but I have them. It's 71 more than 0. The thing that I'm really liking right now, from my personal perspective, is that I see people bitching about in my guild and in like other chats, like, you know, oh no, I'm gonna have to go farm more reels. I need, you know, 50 more reels, whatever. Meanwhile, like to me, the reels, they are very much secondary. You know, like I get them whenever I can get them, but I would play even without the reels. So for me, since I'm not focused on it, like I think it's a lot more enjoyable for me because I'm just getting them naturally as I play. And this is Russ Frost Whisper. Okay. Someone said to me that near the Frost guy, there is the laboratory. So I guess this might be the laboratory. Oh yeah, this laboratory. Okay, there we go. So I can let the imp out here or something for the mount quest, I think. And that's the main quest, of course, that I do care about going in here. At least in this initial run. So can I just... imp in a jar? No, requires alchemy lab. Is it here? Just here? And then I use the item. There we go. Release imp. Ah, here we are. Well then, let's get to work, shall we? What is he doing? He's kicking the table, guys. Oh, right. Over here now. Alright, go GV. Let's go. I mean, this guy says like, hey, I need to go craft some flasks. So that's actually perfect because I need to do this. And now the final stage. Will there be like a little boss or something? Will I give my party extra loot? Will it drop a reel? You will always want to take a warlock along on this quest. Probably not, but one can dream. Alright, I'm finished. The parchment is made. Now return to Gorziki. There we go. Imp delivery completed. So we can go back to Gorziki after this is done. Cool. Okay, we are in the headmaster's study. See, I always like in games, I don't know why, but I like these crypt areas with like these like little alcoves for mobs. Or not mobs. Why did I say mobs? Because I'm thinking about mobs. For like corpses. I don't know why, but I always quite enjoy that look. Like there's this game as well that I watched a let's play of years ago. I've actually watched it twice because it's like one of those comfort things to watch when you just want to watch something in the background, kind of. And it's called Legend of Grimrock, and it's got this area as well in like a graveyard where you go, you know, under the graveyard itself into the crypts. And my God, they keep interrupting me. Both my speech and my abilities. But look at this the reputation, beautiful. But yeah, this is this part in the game where you go under the graveyard, and you know, it's supposed to be very creepy and very just not very pleasant and stuff. But I'm just looking at it and I'm like, yeah, you know, it's cozy. I don't know why, but I just enjoy the aesthetic. Does that make me crazy? Maybe it does. Maybe I'll install them in my own house. Oh, there we go. Another boss down. Cadaverous armor. Oh, that's actually a full set. I will, of course, just grab the reel from it. I think this is supposed to be a coin run. I think the coin system... Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the coin system wasn't actually in Classic. I think the coin system is a system that they started introducing in later aspects. Well, not necessarily the coin, but just like the, hey, you get a currency by playing, you know, dungeon content like daily. And I think it's such a good system. Like stuff like this, really helps out. Because otherwise, people who are max level and have the gear from it, like have the gear that they want or have better gear from the dungeon, they have no reason to ever return unless they're playing on an alt account or something. But giving a currency that you want for a lot of stuff and making it so you can get them from all the dungeons, but only once a day, so there's like real incentive to run every dungeon, or at least a lot of the dungeons, the high-end dungeons, every single day. Make sure that there's always groups going. So as long as this currency remains relevant and it doesn't lose its relevancy, which is just the same thing that I said with different wordings twice, then then these dungeons should always be run. So I think that's actually a really good system. I really like it when games do that, because I really enjoy this kind of content. I love this kind of content. But one of the problems you always have with this kind of content is that, people play it when it's new, and then people are done with it, and then, it kind of loses its value because you can't find a party for it anymore. Coming in as a player later on who isn't, in the top 10% in terms of, speed, clearing through everything, you'll just be behind and you want to get to experience the content. And I think just this system alone keeps it somewhat relevant. And I think the dungeons might have been relevant outside of that as well, probably. But, it's never a bad thing, I think, to add another layer of relevancy, just in case the other one doesn't incentivize enough. There's also a pristine black diamond. Not just a black diamond, but a pristine black diamond. Also, this place, my god, am I loving this particular part, like the part with all the bosses here. Like, I keep getting reel after reel after reel, and now up to 74. I'm actually quite liking this dungeon as a farming thing, because it feels really comfortable. I don't have to put in a lot of effort. I'm also getting Skin of Shadow. Is that the same thing again? Skin of Shadow. I'll just pick up another one. I don't know if I need it. Here we go. But yeah, it feels really comfortable to clear. I don't really have to put too much effort into it. We're getting a lot of reels. We're getting a lot of reputation. This was definitely one that I'll be grinding a little bit. Just farming a little bit. Another one. Another boss. I still don't know exactly, like, we've got these quests here, like the deed and stuff. I really haven't read the quest. I haven't... Well, I read the quest originally when we picked it up when we first got to the Western Plaguelands, but that is quite some time ago now. Cool room, by the way, with all the, like, green candles and the water and stuff. Don't know what he was doing in this room, but it's a cool room. Wait, Lady Lucilia Baroff, another boss? Wait, how many reels are in this one? I feel like this one has more than all the other ones combined, and it's also quicker, I feel. This is an amazing dungeon. Corruptor's Scourge Stone. Oh, yeah, okay, yes. Yes, so you can get them here. Okay, really good. Really good to know. I will definitely bring it along on my next runs. Because then you get all the reputation from this stuff, and then also from the quests. Oh, that's big. Will this dungeon always keep giving me reputation, by the way? Or will at some point, once I reach a certain rank, will it stop? Is it smart? Okay, I'm just completely going off on a random guess here. But is it smart to keep all these drops for the quest completion? Because the dungeon itself will stop giving reputation at some point, like some games do. And then the quest rewards will still give me reputation. So I would be best off getting all of the... who is this? Lord Alexei Barov. Is this the final boss? So then the quest rewards would still give me progress, and I could just keep the quest rewards in my inventory and then hand them all in one go when I've gone to the point where the dungeon no longer rewards me. I don't know if that's a system, but I'll look it up, because I know games used to do stuff like that, where you couldn't just like mindlessly farm something. And, you kind of had to like bank your rewards to be able to hand them in at a proper time. Okay, it still wasn't the boss, I guess, but another reel. Oh my god. This currency is so fun to farm. I quite like it. Because I can just go to whatever dungeon I find interesting. Dark Master Gandling. Is this another boss? It's just bosses back to back to back to back to back. It's beautiful. Oh, I actually forgot to... See, I sometimes forget to use my Grimoire of Synergy. I think I didn't have it active, so that is a bit unfortunate. This one isn't better than my Glimmering Gizmo Blade, unfortunately. Oh, okay, that was the run, I guess. I mean, to be fair, that was a really quick and quite fun dungeon. I will 100% be returning here. There is still a drop on the floor. I keep forgetting to put my... Is this just the thing I can't pick up? No, it's not. Okay. I keep forgetting to put my Hearthstone somewhere else, so I keep going to Theramore Isle, and then I have to, take a boat back to the wetlands. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but it's like, I keep doing it. So what I think I'll do now is I'll very quickly look into hand... Actually, no, I'll hand these questions later, because I won't be here. What I'll do is I will... Hold on. Actually, let me see what I need to do for this one. Burn the remains. I want to see if the remains are in here or outside somewhere. Because they might be in here somewhere. In the Barov family vault, maybe? Oh, the deed. Oh! Okay, so I guess they must have been all over the place. Okay. So this is just the one that I see now. Yes, so there must be 3 more elsewhere. I mean, to be fair, the thing has been cleared. So technically, I could just go for a bit of a wander around, provided most of the stuff is cleared. But I don't know where the stuff is. So, you know what? I'll just wander around a little bit, just because I can. Oh, hey, remains of Eva Sarkov. Aha, let me stab it a little bit. Stabby, stabby. Stabby, stabby. Okay. And is the other one then... Oh, Lucien. Is it... The game said Lucian, but I feel like the spelling, it's Lucien, right? It's more like French. I think Lucian is like I-A, and this is I-E. Okay, there we go. That is Dr. Theolan Krastenov the Butcher done as well. You know what? I kind of want to see if I can just walk out. Like, maybe I can just find my way out. I feel like the dungeon isn't too big. Like, I feel like I don't know the way, but I'm feeling a lot of things, guys. I'm a very feeling person, apparently. But yeah, I think maybe I can just make my way out. I feel like it's up north. Because we came from here, yes. I'll probably cut a whole lot of this, of me just rambling about. I'm also scanning for some of those deeds. If I don't find them on this run, I will not care whatsoever, because I'll be running it again anyway. And there wasn't any lore in them or anything, so it's fine if I don't get them first time through. I feel like that might be the exit, isn't it? Is this already the exit? Did I already do it? That would be great. It's such an... If that's the case, it's such an easy to navigate place. Oh, gotta be a bit careful. Mobs everywhere. Oh no, that's the little boss room. Okay. But then I think we just head up this staircase. Yes. Yes. I think this is the entry room. Yes, I think the exit is right over there. That was actually really easy. Yes, it is. Oh boy, that was easy. Now, I'm ready to be ganked by a lot of mobs who just like are literally right here. Oh no, but I can't go through the Scholomance door because it requires a skeleton key, which apparently I don't have. Well, okay. Here we go. I'll see you guys in a moment. Someone opened the door. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, kind person. Okay, back at Eva Sarkov. Hello, young master. I am Eva Sarkov, and this is my husband, Lucien. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Yes, yes. You seem less ethereal now, I think. Actually, is she? No, she's not. Never mind.
I can feel my spirit healing, adventurer. You have done my husband and I a great service, but I am certain there is more to be done.
Ah, okay. Complete quest.
A great weight has been lifted from our hearts, adventurer, but your task is not yet complete. Krastenov's master, Kirtonos, still lives. Before you may face Kirtonos, however, you must first secure a method in which to summon him. It is said that Jandis Barov stewards the blood of innocence from Krastinov to Kirtonos. Find her in the sunken catacombs of Scholomance and strike her down. Bring back any clues that you may find.
Okay, well, we have killed both of these guys, I'm pretty sure. So we'll just go kill Jandis in the next run, which is fine. And then I think there's going to be another quest where you have to return and kill the final boss or something, which, I'm totally happy with that because I want to run it a couple times anyway. So what I'll do now is I will run back over to Chillwind Camp. I'll take the flight path there to the Eastern Plaguelands. We'll handle the quest. Then we will go back to Stormwind because... Oh, I actually made that jump. Because in Stormwind, I want to see if I can pick up the Arcanite bars, which I'm assuming are something I can buy on the auction house. And then we fly back over and hand in Arcanite and Imp Delivery in the Burning Steppes. And yeah, then we'll probably get another quest for our epic mount, which is something I'm looking forward to a lot. Because I don't know how much is left, but I feel like we are getting closer. I can feel it. Now, it would be a little bit funny if I said that, but it turns out we're about 10% into the question or something. That would be quite funny. Oh, by the way, in the dungeon, I saw people with questy pop-ups like, hey, X quest has been completed. And that actually reminded me that questy even exists. Like, I'm so used to playing without questy now that I don't miss it. Like, it's so ingrained in me that I read the quest text, and from the quest text, I find out where to go. And if I can't find out where to go, I might go for a quick Google search on occasion. But I don't even feel a need to have questy installed right now because I don't know. I'm just so used to it that I'm not missing anything. It's almost like I never had it. All right, back at Bettina Bigglesink. The Plaguelands are an excellent place to strike against the Scourge. Plagued hatchlings. Here we go.
Well done, adventurer. It'll be a long time before they can grow another clutch of dragons. At least I hope it will.
Sure. I, too, believe you are correct. Complete quest.
Very good.
So we have a quest here. The flesh does not lie, but I'm pretty sure... Plagued flesh samples. Wait, hold on. Yeah, that is a...
You have a great
Okay.
pick. The Forsaken apothecaries are not the only beings in this world schooled in the sciences. I have been studying the plague for years, person. We had previously thought that the potency of the plague was dwindling, but what I have discovered here in the Plaguelands is startling. The plague seems to be growing in strength. I need to run more tests. The most potent source of the plague is from the tainted flesh of the most recently infected. Travel to Stratholme and bring me samples, adventurer.
Alright, so we have new quests. Really good, because I like more quests, because I intend to go in there anyway. So, as I said, over to Stormwind.
Where would you like to fly to?
Which is a bit of a flight. And then back to the Burning Steps. See you guys in Stormwind. Oh yeah, we also had the Clutch of Andros, the waistband that dropped during the dungeon run, which gives us 5 less intellect, but it will give us 7 more armor, which I guess is a nice little bump. But most importantly, it is going to give me 1% hit chance with my spells and attacks, and 16 damage and healing done, which is just much, much better than what I have right now. So I'll go ahead and equip it. Also, it will give me more gear score once again. One of those stats that I don't really care about as a stat itself, but I don't know, like it's kind of fun, I guess, to like slowly build it up, because it kind of gives me like an overall progression number, which does feel quite good, I think. Alright, so there's this NPC that I was told about called Milton Sheaf, who is over here in the northern part of Stormwind. And he has a couple of different things that I can buy, and I didn't know about this, but I have been asked multiple times now, hey, can you please use the portal? And wait, apparently I already have it. I thought I was going to have to pick it up here. Wait, is that then maybe the skill that is in... I'm so confused now, guys. So it's in here. The Ritual of Summoning and the Portal of Summoning. So can I just put this portal... I guess I can just put it... Okay, so I could have helped them. Okay, so I guess this one isn't targeted. And I guess this one needs a target. This one does need a target and just summons a stone. Okay, so that is what people were asking me to do. Okay, well, I guess I learned something nonetheless. And then there's 2 more things that I didn't know about. The Grimoire of Soul Harvesting and the Grimoire of Fell Armor. Now, I don't know what they are, but I guess I'll just pick them up. I mean, they're not super expensive, so here we go. We got them.
See you later.
See you later. So first of all, Soul Harvesting. A new spell. Okay, it's in here. Soul Harvesting. You have a chance every time Drained Soul deals damage to gain an additional Soul Shard. This chance rises each time you do not gain a Soul Shard. That would have been quite nice to have. Okay. And then Grimoire of Fell Armor. Dude, the music is always so loud in Stormwind. I'll probably turn it down in post a little bit because it's loud. Okay. So I just got Fell Armor, which is down here. Surrounds the caster with fell energy, increasing spell damage and healing by 60 plus additional spell damage and healing equal to 50% of your spirit. In addition, you regain 2% of your maximum health every 5 seconds. Only one type of armor spell can be active on a warlock at any time. So there's Fel armor and there is demon armor. But now I have a new ability called Fel armor that I can also use, which is also giving us a damage modification. Okay, very interesting. Very interesting. There's so many books here, by the way, which maybe I'll dedicate like an entire video to just reading, just chilling and, you know, having a good time here. But I feel like if I go do that now, I'll be here for the next hour and I don't want to be here for the next hour. So I'll just leave. I will ignore the books. We will head over to the Burning Steps next. Oh yeah, I will have to pick up some Arcanite bars, and I did make this place my Hearthstone location so that I can finally not have to teleport all the way to Thermore Isle constantly. So I'll just sort by price here. You know what? Only 3. It's not too bad. So we'll just do like buyout and a buyout and a buyout. There we go. That's not too bad. Okay. See you guys in the Burning Steps. And there we are, back at the Altar of Storms. So let's talk to Gorziki Wild Eyes again.
Do you have any spiders or beetles, adventurer? They scurry fast, but if you're faster, then you'll find them quite a treat.
That was very loud on my end. Why are you yelling, Gorziki? So, imp delivery.
Have a good one.
Have you been to the Scholomance, ZK? Has the imp yet infused the parchment with the stardust? Yes, he has.
Ah, good. Giyivi created the parchment. How was the Scholomance? Charming, don't you think? And the bugs there. I hear they're delicious. Well done, adventurer, and thank you for returning my jar. I've had it for a long time, and it's not for sale.
I want your jar, sir. Give me your jar.
Be good.
And then Arcanite.
Have a good one.
Do you have the Arcanite, EK? Once I have it, I can make you the Black Lodestone.
You got it! Nicely done. Now I can create the lodestone. When you're finally ready for your ritual to create the Circle of Greater Summoning, you'll want a lodestone to make sure the ritual doesn't fizzle out.
Alright, complete quest.
Keep it real.
And now we have another quest here. Over.
There comes a time when the life we know falls short.
Yes, we've had that before. So, Dreadsteed of Zoroth. Wait, is this the final quest already? Is it?
All the preparations are made. Now, you must perform the ritual to create a Circle of Greater Summoning, then use the parchment infused with Zorothian stardust to open a portal to Zoroth. I have written the instructions for the ritual onto a scroll. Study it closely, for you must perform each step exactly if you wish to succeed. Fortune to you, adventurer, and may the souls of your enemies swiftly find their way into your shard pouch.
See, I have no idea if this is like an easy soloable thing. I reckon it probably is. Read Morazul's instructions. Summon a Zorothian Dreadsteed, defeat it, then bind its spirit to you. The following will be cast on you. Yeah, this is the final quest. Cool. Okay, hold on. So, the instructions. Let's have a bit of a read. To bind a Dreadsteed, you must do these 3 things. So, first of all, create a Circle of Greater Summoning. Within the circle, open a portal to Zoroth and pull the Dreadsteed through it. Defeat the Dreadsteed, then dominate its spirits. The following pages will detail how each of these steps may be performed. It will not be easy, but you have proven to be very able. With focus and skill, I am confident the Dreadsteed will be yours. Read on, Morazul Bloodbringer. Okay. Implements of the ritual. Before you begin your task, you must have the following magical implements. Jivi's Jar. Wait, didn't we just give that back? Didn't we just give that back? Oh, I see. I see. I'm reading a little bit ahead. I see. So, Jivi's Jar, a Black Lodestone, and Zorothian Glyphs. My servant Gorziki will have them for you, for a price. So, he just told me he wasn't selling his jar, but now I guess we can buy his jar, maybe? I don't know. Do not attempt any step of your ritual without all these implements. Each is essential. Within the next pages, I will describe how each implement must be used. A Greater Circle of Binding, which is the same words, but I read them in the wrong order. A Circle of Greater Binding must be created at a site where magic is strong. There is such a place deep in the ruins of Eldrathalas, also called Diremol. We have to go into another dungeon. Alright, cool, although I mean, I really like that, but it also means that I'll have to find a party who's okay with me doing this, which sometimes can be a bit of an issue, I think. In Elder Thalas, there is imprisoned a being of great power, Imol Thar. It is on the pedestal of his prison where you must perform the ritual to create the circle. Fight your way to the pedestal, then let GV out of his jar. The bell, the wheel, and the candle. After releasing GV, he will then place the bell, the wheel, and the candle, and a circle will appear. This is the start of the ritual. You must be vigilant. The aforementioned objects conduct vast energies and are prone to failing. When this happens, you must quickly use your black lodestone to restart them before your entire ritual fails. If all 3 objects have failed before you can restart them, then your ritual ends and you must begin it anew. Okay, very interesting. So I'll have to properly read this before we do it as well, and you'll really make sure I know what's going on, because I'm assuming at this point it can actually fail. It's not just like some RP speech. In addition to conducting the energies of the ritual, the bell, wheel, and candle have unique properties of their own. The Bell of Death Mora, when ringing, bestows warlocks in the circle with vigor and energy. The Wheel of Black Marsh, when spinning, protects those in the circle from harm. The Doomsday Candle, when burning, sends eldritch energy at foes who enter the circle. Because of these blessings, it is very important to keep all of these objects working during the ritual. It must also be noted that the black lodestone used to restart the bell, wheel, or candle, if they fail, requires soul shards. Each time you restart a ritual object with the lodestone, one of your soul shards will be consumed. So be sure to have a large stock of them before the ritual begins. Completing the ritual. You can track your progress by the magic runes along the border of the circle. When 9 runes appear, then the ritual is complete, and you will see energy rise from the newly empowered circle. From there, you may invoke the Zorothian glyphs and open a portal into Zoroth and pull a Dreadsteed through it. Defeat the Dreadsteed and release his spirit. Confront the spirit and it will be enthralled, and you will be rewarded with the secret of its summoning. Okay. And now...
Do you have any spiders or beetles, adventurer?
Tell me how expensive it is. Tell me. It's going to be expensive, isn't it? Okay, I see you, game. I see you. I see you. So we had 150 gold cost for the thing we had to buy at like the Shadow Lord dude. I can't remember what we had to buy, but we had to buy something there. Then we need his jar, the Zorothian glyphs, and the lodestone, which is another 250. So that's 400 raw gold. So here we go. Boop. Boop. And boop. There we go. We have them all. That's all we need. And now we have only 169 gold left. But hey, as long as I have enough gold to successfully complete this entire thing, and I reckon this is the final part, right? Like we do the ritual, and then we're done. So I reckon this is the final gold sink, and I'll have some gold left over, which, yeah, I don't know exactly what I'll be investing it into, but I'll figure that out later. Alright, so I just did a lower and upper Blackrock Spire run, because, well, first of all, I'm liking these coins that I'm getting. And second of all, I'm looking to get some pieces of my tier... People call it the tier 0 set or the tier 1 dungeon set. So I guess I'll refer to it as tier 0. From my understanding, it works like this. There's a tier 0 set, which is a dungeon set. You can then upgrade this set by doing some quests. And it becomes what they call the 0.5 set. And then I think tier 1, 2, 2.5, and 3 or something come from higher and higher levels of raiding content, where, you know, tier 1 you get, I think, from like Molten Core or something, and then I think I read that tier 2 comes from Blackwing Lair, and then tier 3 is Nax Ramus or something, which, I mean, I know these raids by name, partially because I've seen them, but also partially because I've heard from them, you know, throughout years and years of just randomly hearing things about WoW. And I know Nax Ramus is like this super hard, or at least it used to be super hard raid content, which I'm very interested in. So I'll definitely be checking it out later at some point. But why am I telling you guys this? Well, I just went into those 2 runs and I found myself the Dread Mist Bracers, which, as far as I'm aware, is part of my tier 0 set. So it gives me 15 damage and healing done. And well, 8 stamina, 5 intellect. We currently have the Iron Weave braces, which are... They're also a tier 0 dungeon set, and they are also Priest, Mage, or Warlock. So I guess you could also run Iron Weave instead of Dread Mist, but Dread Mist is the Warlock specific set that you can upgrade with the quests, as far as I'm aware. Also, I haven't seen Spirit of Zondalar yet. Movement speed by 10%, and all stats by 15%. That sounds pretty big. That's quite nice. Okay, cool. So yeah, I will be equipping the Dread Mist braces, and that is our first piece of the Dread Mist raiment. And one of my goals is, between recording sessions and potentially, you know, if I'm to do live content, and I keep looking to that direction, by the way, because that's where my cam is. You know what I'll do? There we go. Now my cam is literally right in front of me, and I can look at myself while I'm talking, because for some reason that works better. So one of the reasons, actually, I can't play the game like this. This doesn't work. Don't know what I'm doing, guys. Don't know what I'm doing. I'm not a professional, okay? So yeah, I might go and live stream some of the dungeon running and just have a bit of a chat going on, because I'd like to be able to grind the Dread Mist braces alongside the Tarnished Undermined Reels. So let's equip the braces. Let's see if we can actually see a bit of a difference here. Nope, there is not a difference, but that's fine. We can then vendor the Iron Weave braces, which feels a little bit bad, I guess, because it's a set bonus as well, but I don't think there's really any purpose to it. Although, I mean, it's not even that bad. Like, the set bonus is quite nice. I think it's overall quite comparable in terms of its actual strength. It just isn't comparable when you compare it to the tier 0.5 set, I guess, and you can only upgrade the Dread Mist set, as far as I'm aware. Okay. So then, moving on. I dropped the Tome of the Lost, and I dropped this from the final boss of Upper Blackrock Spire, like the General Zakar, whatever his name was. That's the correct pronunciation, by the way, I'm sure of it. And Tome of the Lost is... I think it's better than the Enthralled Sphere. So the Enthralled Sphere we dropped at High Interrogator Gristan, which is the in Blackrock Depths, in like that prison area. There's like this boss that has a key that you need to be able to open up the cells. That boss dropped the Enthralled Sphere on, I think, our first run, actually. And now we have the Tome of the Lost. So I get 10 more spell power and 6 more stamina, but we lose 2 intellect. But also we lose 1% crit. And I'm guessing crit, I mean, logically, I think crit becomes better and better the more base stats it's using to be multiplicative with, right? So I reckon the higher quality gear you have, the more crit starts to matter, because the bigger the actual jump in damage is going to be relative to the smaller difference from a bit of spell power. At least that's, I think, how the math would work. So I don't know at which point I start caring about it. I saw people online, because I was Googling this a little bit. People online were talking a little bit about, you know, like, you can't really do the comparison one-to-one because it depends on which gear you're running, which makes sense because of the, well, stuff I just described. And in order to fully know which one is ultimately better, you would have to go into, you know, a spreadsheet and really just make calculations and stuff, which, I mean, sounds kind of fun in some way, but I don't want to go that deep right now. I do think it's better because of the spell power. And I like the fact that we get a little bit of stamina as well, which makes me just a little bit tankier in case I do get aggro. So, you know, that is quite nice. And it's something new, you know? And if it's not better, then it's probably only worse by a very small margin. So, normally, of course, I know I'm kind of sad to give this thing up, though. Like, this thing is cool. I've liked this thing. And I might actually keep it around, just as like a cosmetic item. But here we go. The Tome of the Lost. Oh. I didn't expect there to actually be a... like an effect on it. I expected it to be like a book, which it is, but I didn't expect there to be like this really cool green effect on it. So actually, you know, I quite like this one. And I'm kind of waiting until I get a cool main hand weapon, because this flimsy dagger, guys, you know, this flimsy dagger, it just doesn't really pull its weight anymore, does it? I need something bigger, guys. I need something bigger, okay? So, moving on. See, the thing is, I looted Magis's bindings, Iron Weave braces, like all parts of sets of, well... wrists. I think wrist stuff just drops from a lot of things. I think that's the way it works. And then also I looted the Spirit Shroud leggings, which, once again, we get more spell power, 6 more spell power, 2 stamina, 16 spirit, 5 intellect, and 15 armor. All really big. We once again do lose 1% crit. So overall, with all these changes, we lose 2% crit. And I will... Actually, will I even lose the set bones? I think the set bones are still there at to... Hold on, let me equip it. So can I see a difference? Probably not, because I think this thing is way too big. Yeah, so if I now go into Emerald Enchanted, yeah, okay. So the set bonus is 3, so we lose 10 stamina as well, because I lose the set bonus from the Emerald Enchanted gloves, or the Emerald Enchanted set in general. But I'm fine with that, because I don't really want to be wearing Emerald Enchanted stuff. I want to move away from it, and we only have the gloves and the circlet, which is the headgear, left. So, you know, once again, it is a pretty strong item. It gives me stamina, intellect, spirit, and 19 damage. So it's actually a lot of damage modification, and I think if I go into Narcissus here, I think you can probably see it somewhere else in game as well, but this just feels a lot more coherent. So we have 10% crit chance, which I guess is fine, but we have 222 bonus damage. Now, I don't know if that's a lot, but, you know, we're stacking a lot of these damage modifications up on top of each other right now, and I feel like we are slowly becoming stronger and stronger. And like the goal I've kind of set for myself, I've kind of made a semi-plan, is, of course, I want to go get the mount, I want to do all the dungeons, and I think I kind of just want to get pre-raid best in slot gear, and then I want to start raiding. Like I kind of want to treat it like a very step by step process, where I just really want to fully enjoy the dungeon content, enjoy all that it has to offer. And then when I feel like I'm kind of done with that, you know, I've got the best in slot gear, or like semi-best in slot gear, I've gotten all the rewards I want to get, then I'll move into raiding, and then we're going to go hard into raiding. I think that's kind of what I want to do, because I don't really care about being, you know, part of the first clears or whatever. Like, that's perfectly fine, you know, other people can do that. I just want to make sure I get a coherent experience, and I think that's the way I want to move things forward. Also, why, you may be wondering, if you're not aware of this specific mechanic, you may be wondering, but why are you in Stranglethorn? We haven't been here in a while. And to be fair, when I flew in here, I felt oddly nostalgic. I was like, oh, Stranglethorn. S-tier map, guys. S-tier map. You'll see it when I one day do the tier list. S-tier map. Beautiful map. But over here is an NPC. Pix Zizix. There we go. This is the Undermine Trader. So remember, I've been getting all these coins, and I was like, I want to know where I can spend them. I want to know what I can get from them, so let me look it up. So I googled it, and it told me, hey, go to this NPC, and now we can go check it out. There is a quest called Show the Money. And it's, hey, you look like the resourceful adventurer type, so maybe you can help me out. See, my brothers and I came from the Lost Isles looking to start up a new business venture, but we ran afoul of some pirates who stole our startup money. So, the Lost Isles, is that like an actual place in lore? Is that like something that you can go to in retail, or is that just like a not really existing place, or at least not something you can visit? The people who are funding our operation back home aren't exactly what I call understanding, so we'd make it worth your while if you're able to find any of the coin and return it. It's no ordinary gold, but you should know it when you see it. Bring a tarnished undermined reel to Pix Zizix in Booty Bay. So, I guess we can continue, and we can hand in one of these. I don't know what we get for the quest, but you know what? Might as well do it. Hey, that's great. If you find any more of our coin, come see me. We've got a great selection of goods, and we'd be happy to barter. Did I get anything for that, or did I just... Did I... I must have gotten something for it, right? Anyway. Oh, I think I didn't have... Because I already opened the vendor ones, because I was like, well, what's in here? I think I unlocked a lot of addition... Yeah, there definitely weren't this many pages in before. So I definitely unlocked a lot of other stuff when I completed the quest. So I don't know what's in all of these things. I haven't really looked into it too much. There's flask recipes. And I guess these are very important for raiding. Look at the auction prices. You can buy them on the auction house, but they're very expensive. So I guess what you could do if you've run out of things to buy for yourself, like you could just buy the most expensive thing, like relative to the amount of tarnished undermined reels, which will then give the undermined reel a value, and then you can sell it on the auction house, I guess. So there's a lot of things here, and I actually don't even know exactly what I care about too much here, but there's like dreaded mist stuff, which sounds very much like something for a warlock. There's like these loot boxes up here. The damaged undermined supply crate. This dented and damaged crate looks like it quite literally fell off the back of a zeppelin. There's a wedding band. I'll look into like a lot of this stuff in detail later. A goblin clothesline, which looks really good for me actually. Like really good. Really good. 1% hit chance and 18 damage mod. Well, that's actually the same that I have right now, but then also 10 stamina and 8 spirits. Actually, you know, I'll keep an eye on this, because this might be pretty good. But the thing that I find very interesting as well is that there is an item in here. Oh my god. There's so much new stuff added now that I've done this quest. Like previously there were like 6 pages or something. And I just like scanned through it and I had like this whole thing prepared. Drakestone of the Blood... Equip. Increases healing done. Increases damage done by fire spells. Oh, shadow spells. Frost nature. Okay. So this one we would want, I guess, maybe. Which is increases damage done by shadow spells and effects up to 23, which is 5 more than we have right now. But then also another additional 14 for every type. So that would be 19 more spell power. We would lose 6 stamina and 7 intellect, but I'm totally fine with that. So this kind of stuff, like, it's just really good gear. There is also this thing, the Draconian bindings. And people were talking about bracers you can buy for 125. I guess this is it. I don't know exactly what's in here. But I'm assuming there's like a selection box or something, and I can pick whatever I want, or I can maybe like do a quest and unlock it, or something like that, I think. So yeah, 125, we're actually pretty close to that. We have 94 now. But also, look at this. These are the sets. So the Magister set, we've got the Devout set over here, we have got the Shadowcraft set, we have got the Dreadmist set. So I guess the way it works, and I kind of expected it to work like that, and I had already heard about it, but now I can actually see it. So the way it works is you farm these dungeons, you hope you get all the drops, and you know, you fill out hopefully like half or over half of your entire set. But then at some point you'll be like, hey, I've been farming it a lot. I've just, you know, I've not been very lucky. You know what? I'll spend this currency and fill out the remaining parts by just buying all of these. So yeah. I'm very enthusiastic to keep on grinding this because there seems to be a lot of very strong gear in here that I would want to get, which would probably be quite pre-rate best in slot gear. I would love to be able to get myself, what is this by the way, fiery core, I guess for like crafting purposes or something, lava core, core leather. So yeah, once again, I don't really know exactly what I want to buy from this stuff. I'm thinking, just looking at all of this stuff, like this goblin clothesline looks really good. Then there is, of course, the... What is this? A staff. Oh, you can also, by the way, I think you can control-click it or something. And you can see it. I actually kind of forgot about that. This thing looks really weird. This... Oh, okay. And the Hand of... Wait, Hand of Justice! Oh, that's the big thing. That's the big thing from the Blackrock Depths boss. And I guess we can look at this thing as well. Okay, so it's the same thing, but it's red. Are they all red? They're all red. Okay, cool. These we can't see. Oh, so I can preview the entire set on my character now as well. Oh, I'm curious. So this one. And then this one, and 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 this one. Oh, wait, we look so dark in there. I mean, it looks kind of cool. It looks a bit weird on the gnome. You know, I reckon this set looks absolutely incredible on like a human character or something. On gnome, you know, I'm an Asura player in Guild Wars 2 as well, like the small race. It's kind of why I chose a gnome, kind of as like a fun reference to that. But it looks a bit derpy, but I mean, not too bad, I guess. You know, give me a cool weapon alongside it, and I'm totally fine with that. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about real quick. You know, we got some gear upgrades. We unlocked a vendor. We now know what's here. We know what we're getting the Tiniest Undermined Reels for. And now I'm going to go back and watch some more League. See you later, guys.